have it quieter back in the back, please? Thank you. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the 12th Annual IIT Real-Time Communications Conference and Expo. I'm delighted to see you all here. And I'm Carol Davids, and I am the chair of the conference. So I'll make a few opening remarks. You should have all gotten a bag, and in that bag, there's some important pieces of information for you. We've tried to get a lot of signs up because we're a pretty big building here. So let me run through the slides and basically give you a little orientation session. This is the 12th Annual Real-Time Communications Conference, and we are also host to the 9th Annual IPTCom Conference. So a little bit more about the IPTCom Conference in a moment. I want to make sure everybody knows that Big Marker is live streaming all of the sessions of this conference. This is a first for us. And what it means is that you no longer have to say, oh my gosh, I want to go to all three of the presentations which are taking place simultaneously at 10 o'clock, because now you can go to one of them and you can watch the spooled stream later, your room at night, whatever you want to do. But they will be available to you, and you will be getting a link that tells you where you can view all of those after the conference or in the evening. We also have a Twitter feed, so you may want to tweet on that if you're especially excited or enthusiastic about one of our very exciting, enthusiasm-producing talks. And finally, Mark Fletcher, who can wave at you, but you've probably seen his equipment already set up in the gallery lounge. He's podcasting on the Avaya Podcast Network, the APN. So if you're inspired, please go and be interviewed for that podcast. We have a 3-person steering committee for this conference. Myself, Tom Costello, please wave, thank you, and Warren Bent. There he is. Warren and Tom together, you've probably communicated with most of them at this point. Warren is the czar of the program, and Tom is the czar of almost everything else. And I'm the czar of making sure that the czars do what they or get the help they need to do their jobs. Joe Cusimano has disappeared to help with the audio video, I think. Joe Cusimano is in charge of our labs, our network, and specifically of our NG 911 test bed. So he manages all of those, and you'll see him with some of his staff if you have any audio video problems or concerns during the conference. We have a planning committee, which is the track chairs for the different tracks in the conference. So Vijay Gurbani and myself are co-chairs for IPTCom, which is a academic academic conference within this conference, and whose papers will be published in the IEEE online publications. Gaston Ormazabal and Radu Stad are the TPC chairs for IPTCom, and Gaston should be here shortly if he's not here now. Maureen Stillman and Chris Mayer, you can raise your hands. They are the chairs for the mobility track. Chad Hart, raise your hand if you're within the sound of my voice. Okay, Chad Hart is the chair for the cloud and WebRTC. Mahalingamani and Gonzalo Salgueiro, if you're here, please raise your hands, have co-chaired the Internet of Things. And Mark Fletcher, there he is the chair of the NG Emergency Communication Services. Sorry? Dean, I'm sorry, Dean. I must have run out of space. Dean Bublé, please. Apologies. 3 people vetted my slides and nobody noticed that. I apologize. It's Don't take it personally. It's all me and fat fingers. Wave your hand again. Okay. We have a new track called Telco Futurism, and it's probably too futuristic for me to have remembered. Not really, because it was quite interesting, and he will be giving the keynote, incidentally, on the final day of the conference, which I thought was kind of symbolically correct because we're kind of moving into the future. So Dean, shout out, apologies. Okay, IPTCom is an international conference. It's now in its 9th year, and its aim is to serve as a platform for researchers in academia, research labs, industry, and government, where we try to share ideas and views. You can read the rest. But IPTCom will take place on Wednesday. So there will be 3 tracks running on Wednesday, and the IPTCom will be one of them. There will be at the wrap-up, we have a roundtable on research, which everybody is invited to participate in, and all these will be streamed in case you're dividing your interests. Unable to go to all 3 at once. We want to thank our sponsors. So on Tuesday lunch, the IMTC is our platinum sponsor. Tuesday reception, AT&T is our platinum sponsor. Wednesday lunch, Avaya, platinum sponsor of that. And Wednesday reception, T-Mobile. So thank you to all of them, because it is from their funding and support that we're actually able to run the conference and feed you. So here they are, and IMTC, Avaya, AT&T, and T-Mobile. We also have silver sponsors that we want to thank: Comcast Business, General Dynamics Information Technology, Google, and Oracle Communications. So we're happy to have them. And we have many exhibitors are listed here. And also many partners. So these are people who have shared services with us and helped support, helped to provide support for the conference. In your bags, on the back of the schedule, you'll find maps with circles and arrows on them telling you where all the things are that you can read on your schedule. So I seem to lack something to... There we go, yeah. This is the field room where you'll find, yeah, this is the field room where, I actually have fingers, it's right. You got it. And they're glossy in color pictures as well. All right, so here's the Alumni Lounge, and here we are in the West Ballroom. This is where all of the keynotes will be held. And today, all of the talks take place in these 2 rooms. Tomorrow will be not only in these 2 rooms, but also down here in the Herman Lounge. See anything else? And pretty much this will be self-explanatory. You've mostly been through registrations. Please be sure to visit our exhibits. And on Wednesday night, yes. Oh, okay, thank you, yeah. So if you are a speaker, we have a area here on the other side of the curtains where if you need something like a green room, if you need to relax, if there's somebody you want to have a more or less quiet conversation with, you can go in there. We have tables and chairs set up. You can set up your laptop, whatever you need. If you need to be able to store anything, we have the field room here right around the corner. And if you need to, that will always be either locked or there will be somebody responsible in that so you can save things. Yes? Okay, so this East Ballroom where you can go relax and prepare is also where the media will be, where you can go for interviews and so forth, okay? Here is, of course, where breakfast and lunch will be. The reception tonight will be in the gallery lounge, so it'll be facing the exhibits and so forth, so you can relax there tonight. When you want to get your drink, you'll have to go around the corner to the speakeasy because we're not allowed to serve liquor in public places. So yes, seriously. We can consume it, but we can't serve it. So after the last session today, you'll want to go to the gallery lounge. We'll have nice hors d'oeuvres, and the speakeasy around the corner is where you'll go to get your beer and your wine. Come back out here and enjoy the hors d'oeuvres. On Wednesday night, you'll go downstairs. So there's stairs at the east end of the building. You'll go downstairs, you'll follow the arrows to the bog, and we have a music and laughter-filled evening where we do some raffling, and it's a student hangout. So you'll go there and hang out and have a good time, and perhaps win some prizes. How am I doing with time? Okay, the special meeting rooms I've mentioned, the East Ballroom and the Bog. Time. We have a very full agenda, so obey your track chairs. We'll try to let out 5 minutes early to give people an opportunity to go from room to room. But we will keep on track, not only because we have a full schedule, but also because we're being live streamed. So we really have to keep within the time limits. So don't consider it rude if somebody gives you the hook, if you're just running over, and because you do have to go to the next speakers so as not to be rude to them. We have a tentative date for the next year's conference, and that's October 9th through 12th. It is tentative. We've blocked the room, but it's conceivable it would happen the week before. So if you have feedback or interesting comments about that, please send email to myself or one of the other steering committee members, or talk to us. So right now, I'll just say enjoy the conference, talk to each other, as my mother would say, learn things, and please be sure to visit the exhibits in the gallery lounge and learn like these people are. So I think we're a little bit ahead of time, so that's good. We gotta do a sound check for our next talk, grab some coffee and rolls if you haven't had a chance to get breakfast yet, and we'll see you in 10 minutes in one room or the other, and thank you so much.